Figuring out your future can feel overwhelming when you're just starting out, but the United States Air Force can give you the support you need. With over 200 different career fields, there's a place for you to serve. Whether you want to provide health care to your fellow airmen, work to maintain valuable aircraft, or secure every base or something in between, the Air Force will give you all the top training and education you need to excel. You'll also have the chance to travel all over the world while serving your country. A decision to join the Air Force will be one that you will never forget or regret. Contact Staff Sergeant Benish at 505-239-3845 to find out more information.
Opioids can change your life like they did mine. My addiction started after my surgery. Soon, I couldn't live without them. I wasn't getting high anymore. I just wanted the physical withdrawals to stop. At that point, my safety, health, career, none of it mattered. But I found a solution. Visit anotherwaynm.com to find alternative ways to treat pain. That's anotherwaynm.com. Don't let my story become your story. Paid for by the New Mexico Department of Health.
Our fighters and athletes are constantly on the lookout for products that will provide a legal performance edge. Legal performance edge, yes. A couple years back, we came across a nutraceutical company that has an incredible technology. Since then, many of the fighters who train at Jackson Wink MMA Academy have been using their products with astounding success. Unlike most sports performance companies, this company began selling their products through doctors. Their unique technologies help the body heal and maintain exceptional health. For this reason, their products are recommended by doctors worldwide. Yes, worldwide. So how does this translate to sports performance? The truth is, you will never be stronger than you are healthy. How many times have we heard of star athletes who miss a big competition because they're out sick? The same technology that is used to boost the immune system and to detoxify, nourish, and rejuvenate the body is the same technology that boosts strength, endurance, and even cuts unwanted body fat, because we don't want to get fat. We are pumped to finally let you know about our best-kept secret here at Jackson Wink MMA Academy. The company is called RNA Sport. You can find them online at rnasport.com. Again, rnasport.com. Look them up. RNA Sport creates incredible sports performance formulas for elite athletes. Our fighters use and love these products. One of the most important things to know about RNA Sport formulas is their ease of use. It's very easy to use, yes. No more messy powders or hard-to-swallow pills. RNA Sport formulas are delivered directly into the body in a simple-to-take, great-tasting sprays. With high absorption, RNA Sport formulas can be taken immediately before a workout or competition with no lag time. RNA Sport formulas support increased strength and endurance, reduced joint and muscle fatigue, improved recovery, a healthy immune system, optimized metabolism, and a whole lot more. RNA Sport provides benefits and technology unlike any performance products you have ever experienced. I highly recommend you to check out rnasport.com and use their products. They will take your performance to the next level. In our next podcast, we will review the amazing benefits of their specific formulas. JW Raw is happy to also have Fireteam Fit as a longtime sponsor. They are a veteran-owned fitness company that is now partnered with the greatest gym in the world, Jackson Wink MMA Academy. Fireteam Fit is giving a special offer of 15% off. That is right, 15% off all their products, all of them. Go check it out, all their products. All you have to do is enter a code. The secret code is JWRAW015. Again, JWRAW, just like the show, 015. Enter that secret code. You're going to get 15% off everything you buy. Make sure you do that at checkout, and then you'll get that discount. We love having Fireteam Fit as a sponsor since they are family and veteran-owned. That is so cool. We love our veterans. We love our family. Both in one big, happy group. We're happy to have them. It's available on both fireteamfit.com and on amazon.com. Everyone knows how to find Amazon. If you're on Amazon, you're legit. You can go find them on Amazon or check out their website, fireteamfit.com. But don't forget to enter that coupon code. Remember, use JWRAW015.
You're listening to JW Raw.
We are live.
Welcome to the show, Mr. Aaron Reese.
Glad to be here.
How are you, sir?
I'm good. How you doing?
Did you do some practice just now, or the nighttime stuff? Or?
No, I did wrestling earlier,
Okay.
and I was contemplating whether I should go to striking or not, because a lot of times I take forever to like get ready and stuff. Like I knew 5 to 6, got to be here at 6:15.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't want to be the guy to be
that
late,
guy.
and right. Like I'll be there in 20 minutes, stuff
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, only those old veteran pros can
Yeah,
be
exactly.
afford to be late like that.
I ain't got the pass yet,
That's all good, man.
Yeah.
So you've been with us about a year now. Year and a couple months. You
Yeah.
drove in from Cleveland,
I'm telling
Ohio.
you, I picked up my stuff and left. You know what I'm saying? Just, I don't know. I always knew I wanted to do this at Jackson Wink. Not like there was a couple Cleveland gyms I went to try it out or whatever. But
So Stipe Miocic.
yeah,
man.
strong style.
Yeah.
That's where I started. I was like 21 or whatever. But I didn't want to commit fully because I'm a loyal guy, and I know if I commit to them, I'm gonna stay with them.
Yeah.
But I wanted to be here.
Good for you, man.
I used to see all the videos
All
and stuff I used
posts
to do.
and videos.
Yeah. I knew people before like I even got here.
Yeah,
Act
you
like
met
I
'em-
didn't know them.
you
Yeah,
met
right.
them. You met them on their videos. That's
Exactly,
funny.
just like amateurs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or some pros that's like low level pros right now that'll be high level later.
Yeah.
I knew everybody. So
So did you you went to the website and filled out the app, or did you know somebody that referred you, or how did it work?
I just seen like the amateur team app or something. It was like, oh, all you gotta do is fill it out,
Yeah.
and I told I think I said I was a wrestler, and
Yeah, you
I
got to
don't
have
know.
some kind of a background.
yeah, they asked
Misha will drill you a little bit, make sure you're not messing with them, just to
exactly.
come in here and be starstruck. And
Right, and like I've been wrestling all my life, but you couldn't really tell because I never had the grades. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I placed at state sophomore year,
Okay.
but that was it. And junior year I was highly ranked. Senior year I was highly ranked, but there was no proof anywhere. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like you can't just look me up too much.
Yeah.
You might have a little bit, but it's not like I went to
it's
D1
not
college.
D1 college, exactly. Or
Yeah,
even
but
D2 or whatever. But
I was-
you had some experience.
Yeah, and I would get like offers and stuff. I would have to lie to colleges and say, "Oh yeah, my grades are fine," and then they check me out, and sure enough, horrible.
Yep.
So
Obviously, you're making waves. You're already a 2-0 Miami. So you're
Yeah.
just a couple fights away from going pro at this point. Probably even the next one we were talking about, maybe.
yeah, I signed with TNT Fight Management. Shout out to them and Dave Thomas.
Cool.
They want me to turn pro after this next fight. I'm looking forward to it because I just train with the pros now. Sometimes I do both practices, but now I just train with the pros, and it's real beneficial. I think it just helped me level up. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I did my time though. Like I didn't want to just jump right into pros. You can't do it like that. You gotta you gotta earn your stripes. So I stayed in the amateur program with Coach Joey, for like a year, and I feel like that was real beneficial too.
Finally, Joey gave you the blessing.
Yeah, sort of. It was
You're
just
ready.
like I told him I was going to, I think, Monday practice with the pros, and I didn't say I would just be going to pros, but
Yeah,
he knows like
He'll tell you. He'll tell you if
I'm not.
He said, "No, you're not.
Exactly.
You're gonna get yourself hurt
Yeah.
or hurt somebody."
Uh-huh.
And
Instead
Joey.
of yes, it'll be no.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah, Joey's very good at judging people's not only their character but their abilities, and
yeah,
he'll if you're not ready to go to pro practices, he's going to tell you. He's going to be very vocal about it. He's going to be very vocal about it in a vocal way in front of everybody.
He'd be like, put all your business out there. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Everybody like, man,
Yeah.
what are you yelling at him for? You know what I'm saying? So
So good deal. So, do you have anything announced as far as fights? Or
Yeah.
You said your next one.
June 8th at man, I'm so not from here. What is it called?
Is it local?
Yeah, it's Buffalo Thunder Resort.
Okay. So
out
you're doing
in Santa Fe.
Yeah, the I forget what they call. They just renamed it some other.
See, I don't even
used
know
to
what
be
it's
the
It
called.
is now
Jacksons.
the Southwest
Yeah, the-
MMA.
Yeah, Southwest
Fight,
MMA. Yeah, it used to be the Jackson series. They renamed it.
Hmm.
But now it's Southwest. So you're fighting on that card.
Yeah,
with
June 8th,
with a couple other of our fighters. Yeah.
Yep, I think CJ Boston, Rocky. I don't know Rocky's last name.
They always got 3 or 4 on the card, so that's
Yeah.
you won't be alone. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
And so TNT management tells you that after that fight, you're going to be fighting pro.
Yeah.
Time to start making money at this stuff instead of
Yeah, it's funny that you say that because I remember like I was talking to Misha about it, and because I had him like look at the contract, and I don't know too much about the contract. I just wanted to make sure it's all good.
Yeah, of course.
And he was telling me like I'm ready and all this other stuff, and he said just a couple more amateur fights, and I'm like, well, I'm about to turn pro after this next one. He said, oh yeah, well you should be ready for pro and everything, make you some money. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. You make money when you turn pro. I'm just thinking like you go from 3-minute rounds to 5-minute rounds.
Exactly. There's 2 things that happen, and you make one is you make a little bit of money.
Yeah, right.
You're not making the big bucks, but you're making a little bit of money, and you get an extra 2 minutes added to your rounds.
Yeah,
so,
right. I was just worried about the 2 minutes because like I remember like when I first made the transition, I had only went to amateur practice, and then it's like, all right, I'm ready to go to pro. Like I feel ready. I'm doing really well at the amateur practices. Let's test myself and see what's going on with this challenge. And I would be going with people, and like I look at the clock and say 2:45 left. I'm like, man, what the like I can't do this. And now I'm good, but it took like 2 weeks to get acclimated to it. I'm telling you.
Well. I mean, it probably took you a couple weeks to get acclimated to the elevation too. I mean, coming from Cleveland.
Oh yeah.
How was that? I like hearing stories about that.
About Cleveland?
Mr. Wink, he's I told him to call me, but I'll have to call back.
Okay. What up,
anyway?
Man? But yeah, about Cleveland. You saying like the difference in the elevation?
Yeah. So I like hearing the stories of some people get sick for a little while. It's oxygen deprivation. It's a weird thing.
I just remember like dying in practice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like I'm in shape, right? Like you got to be in shape before you come out here if you know what's good for you. You know what I'm saying? But that still don't help. You still gotta get acclimated.
Yeah, of course.
And I would just get like beat up, and I would get tired when I'm grappling. When grappling should be my thing, being a wrestler and everything.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating. You're looking for these answers that you don't have, and only way that you can really have the answers to them is to go through it. You know what I'm saying? So.
And that's what I was going to ask you. What do you consider yourself, a grappler or a striker? So you answered that, but as a grappler, so
yeah, probably a grappler.
With your wrestling background, I mean, obviously it makes sense.
The wrestling make the striking a lot easier now, though. Yeah. And I'm like long, so I'm really been working on my striking, and I'm trying to get to the point where they call me a mixed martial artist, not just that's the goal.
Of course.
So, yeah. But I mean, if they want to grapple, we can go there too. Absolutely.
So I'm assuming you're a Browns fan, or do you follow football?
Absolutely, man. Browns, I'm telling you.
You're still loyal. You may not be loyal to their gym, but you're loyal to their football, sports, and Cavaliers.
Right. Yeah, it's just we went through so many tough seasons. 0-16, you know what I'm saying? Like you got 16 games, you can't win none of them.
You got to be hardcore to be a Browns fan, man.
That's hurt my heart.
You've been to a game?
Yeah, I've been to one game and one preseason game, but they lost.
How were what are the crowds like? I mean, are they pretty?
Oh yeah, we got good fans. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and that's why like we got a winner this year, and we looking forward to it. We just signed Odell Beckham Jr. or traded for him.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. So
it is a big deal.
I'm telling you, Cleveland, hey, it's gonna be all right. Browns to Super Bowl. You heard it here first.
There you go. Reese just called it.
Absolutely.
Get your lottery tickets now.
Yeah.
So when Misha gave you the okay, you told family, friends, hey, I'm moving to Albuquerque. What did they tell you? You're nuts. What the heck you doing, man?
Yeah, even like my dad, who started me off in wrestling, but kind of tricking me. He told me like, you want to go see a wrestling match, and I'm thinking like Hulk Hogan and Macho Man. And it's like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? But he didn't think like, I don't know. I guess he didn't really, cage fighting can be intimidating to people that don't do it. You know what I'm saying? So I think he was just worried about his baby boy or middle child, I should say. I'm a middle child.
Kind of a baby. You're not the baby, but
right.
You're still baby than the big brother.
And like my mom, my grandma, and all of them, they worried, but not so much anymore now that I'm like,
Yeah, you've been here a year.
yeah,
already.
got 2 fights, 2 wins. You know what I'm saying?
You're still writing them, so they know you're okay. So
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I just had to go because like they might want me to do something else, you know, and this is what I want to do. So you just kind of just gotta go out on a limb, take that risk.
Here's a
And,
fun fact about Cleveland. They have never won a championship till 2016. Stipe,
Yep, that was the year that everybody.
Oh, you talking about when he beat
he was the
Fabrizio?
first one, and then
Yeah,
and then the
Cavs.
Cavaliers won.
and then the Cavs. Yeah, that was that was a great year, man. Everyone was celebrating in Cleveland.
Yeah, everybody was celebrating. It's funny,
Ohio,
though.
the whole state was like, yeah,
Yeah,
we got champions.
I was happy, but like, it's crazy because I'm actually a Warriors fan. It's a long
Oh.
story about that. Like everybody, like, how could you? But like, I was a Steph Curry fan since he got drafted,
Okay.
and it's like I always root for him. He went through ankle injuries and all type of adversity, right? So, but I always believed in him. And I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Oops. And when he finally started, he became like a superstar. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, I'm not about to jump off the ship now. You know what I'm saying? I've been riding since he was horrible, and
Loyalty, man.
Yeah,
Look
so-
at you.
I don't know. But at the same time, I'm from Cleveland, so it's like a real sticky situation, and I don't know. Hopefully they forgive me. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
Cavs my second favorite team for what it's worth.
they're gonna be rooting for you in your fight
Oh yeah, they showed
career
me
now because
just the 2 fights I had. Just like all my family and friends, like a lot of them, all social media friends, all of that.
yeah, as soon as they
Real support.
Yeah, I bet the
Absolutely.
whole state's gonna be rooting for you now. Yeah, they find out there's another
Mm-hmm.
up and comer talking about fighting.
Yeah.
With
And it's
it,
like, oh, you from Cleveland?
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah, heck yeah. So you packed up your stuff, 26-hour drive nonstop, or what'd you do?
yeah. Well,
Did you have friends or family along the way, or what? How was the drive? What'd you do?
I had this job out in Cleveland, right? It's that Giant Eagle. It's kind of like Smith or Albertsons out here. You know,
Okay.
something like that warehouse job. Be like
big grocery store.
18 hours. $18 dollars an hour. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
And at the same time, I was filling out applications out here. You know what I'm saying, for warehouse jobs and stuff. I used the Jackson Wing address, even though I wasn't even. You know, I
That's
had
funny,
to get
yeah.
here, Mark.
That's,
I'm telling you.
Yeah, no, that's good, man.
Yeah,
That's,
just like to get my foot in the
thinking
door.
ahead.
I knew if I could get here, I'd be fine. You know what I'm saying? But so I was about to start that job, but they were like taking forever for me to start. You know, it took
For
like 3 weeks.
the one here or the one?
The one in Cleveland.
Okay.
So while I was waiting, Walmart distribution out here, they hit me up,
Oh,
and
wow.
it was a Friday. And they're like, yeah, we want to bring you in for an interview. And I didn't even know if I had the job yet. But it's like, yo, this is my chance. I got to bounce. You know what I'm saying? They said, can you get here tomorrow?
Wow.
Which was a Saturday because I was going to work weekend shift. And I said, no, I can't get there tomorrow, but I can get there Sunday. Because I knew, like, it's a 20-something hour drive. You know what I'm saying?
Did you tell them you were coming from Cleveland?
Nah,
Oh,
they thought I
wow.
was in Albuquerque.
Oh,
you
that's
know what I'm saying?
hilarious.
So, yeah, I told them I live here.
Yeah.
You know? And,
You could have said you're on vacation or something.
nah, I didn't want to take no chances.
Good
know
for
what I'm
you,
saying?
man. I like
And,
that attitude.
Yeah, I packed up all my stuff. You know what I'm saying? I hit up my mom's. She was able to loan me like $300 or $400 just for like
Just
gas
for
and
food and
stuff.
gas
Yeah,
on the
just
way
like
here. yeah.
emergency. You know what I'm saying? And I got here. I stayed up like because I was cutting it close. I had to be there like Sunday at 8 a.m.
Oh, so they actually interviewed you on a Sunday.
Yeah,
Oh.
because it was like weekend shift. You know,
Okay.
that's what
Oh,
I was
yeah,
working.
Okay. Gotcha.
And I drove like 24 straight hours. I was delirious. I'm like, man, why we following this dude? I'm talking to myself, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, why we following this dude, man? He don't know where he going. And I, like, you get really crazy if you don't get sleep.
Especially by yourself, man.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
I've done that on my motorcycle.
I'm
actually.
trying to tell you, you know, motorcycle. That's even more dangerous.
I rode to the East Coast on my motorcycle. Well, with some friends, but on the way back, I
Okay.
came back by myself.
Yeah, so you know how it is.
Mine
Yeah.
starts playing tricks on you.
Super tricks.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so
But,
I get what you're saying. Is what I was getting at.
yeah, I drove 24 straight hours. I was trying to do the whole trip, you know what I'm saying? And I had to pull over. I had to get some sleep. And I cut it real close. I got there like 7:45. And, man, I ain't had no sleep.
Did you have a piss can in the car?
Nah, I pulled over.
No,
to go to
okay.
the bathroom.
You didn't
I mean, it
wear,
wasn't
you
that
didn't wear
serious.
diapers.
You weren't that
No,
serious.
no. I ain't had no diaper on or nothing like that. Next time, you know, when I go back to Cleveland to visit or something, I'll make
heard
sure I
about
got
that
my
story,
diaper with
Aaron,
me.
That's a great story, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's why I love these interviews. You never know what the hell.
And I
kind of
remember, like, when I told, like, some of my friends, they knew, like, my best friends and stuff, I told them. And I remember I was like, it's going to be, like, nice to tell this story one day. You know what I'm saying?
Well, did
Like,
you get the job?
Oh yeah, I got a job too.
Well, there you go, man.
Yeah,
That's
I didn't even know I had the job.
That's the best
though.
part of the story.
I could have got there and they could have told me, we want to go with other options. You're not hired, and it would have just been tough luck.
I
don't know what I would have did for real.
You just stay persistent.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, probably. I ain't got no choice, right? I'm out here.
So the warehouse experience from over there probably helped. They probably looked at your.
Oh yeah, I had a resume.
What's this? You worked out in Ohio. What's that all about?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I used to live in Vegas too, though, and that's another story. Like, I used to train at like Extreme Couture, that gym out there. I went to the amateur tryouts. They told me I didn't make the team. And I'm like, really? I was devastated. So. Yeah, always.
So they actually have tryouts for the amateurs over there.
Yeah, and I did well, and I don't know what it was, but I knew not to question it too much. I just know I want to face somebody from there one day. You know? I mean, I'll probably visit the gym too if I'm ever in town, but I definitely want to face one of them and show them.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because like I was the best wrestler, I'm sure about that, and I remember we were sparring, but I had never sparred before really, so I thought we was just like gonna, kind of like light pity patters, I'm sorry. I didn't know what we was gonna do, you know what I'm saying? The dude popped me and I'm like, oh, okay, we going for real, you know what I'm saying? So maybe because I got popped. Maybe
that's what it was. They probably saw some fear in you. They're like, wait a minute.
Confusion is what it was. It wasn't fear. I didn't know what I was doing. Like we started off with arm bars too, and I barely pulled that off just by like looking at somebody and doing what they did.
YouTube videos.
Kind of understand it, but at the same time, it's like I'm talking about the amateur team, not like the best amateur.
You're trying out for an amateur team, not the semi-pro. Come on.
Yeah. But I used to live out there, so it's kind of close to Albuquerque, so maybe that helped. Yeah, right. I had a warehouse job out there, warehouse job in Cleveland. Like my whole life, I've been working like those type of jobs. I feel like that's what my family wanted me to do. But high-paying jobs too. Like I had this one job, it was like $30,000 bonus checks and stuff like that.
Wow.
It's not for me though, Like,
holy cow.
I'm a competitor. I compete. I don't do it for like the money. That's why like. When I said I didn't even know I forgot about getting paid for pro when Misha said you make some money. It's oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm just trying to prove that.
It just shows where your heart's at, man.
Yeah,
you're all about making money at ever doing it for your to prove something, not for the money. You're not in it for the money.
Nah. Aaron's gonna be driving around after the UFC. He's gonna have a whole bunch of checks in his car on the floorboard, uncashed checks. Yeah.
Probably.
Everybody's gonna come in and be like, hey. This expires in 3 days. We should probably cash it.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna cash them. Maybe it might take a while,
So you're working at Walmart on the weekend still? You still doing the weekend shift? Or?
Nah, I work at Mandy's Farm now.
Walmart. So you're not even with Walmart no more?
No, I worked there for like 6 months, but that was like I was in a negative 20-degree freezer, and it just.
Oh crap!
And then like I had my first fight on Cinco de Mayo last year, so I asked them to take off. They wouldn't let me, and it's like, well, I gotta fight, so I had to go fight, drive to Colorado, come back, and still work my shift. Because it was like from 3:30 in the morning to 3:30 at night. My fight ended maybe around like 10 o'clock at night. So like me and Alex, Coach Alex, we just drove back immediately.
Wow.
And I went to work, and I'm like, man, this is crazy. You can't even give me a day off for my fight. Do y'all even care? You know what I'm saying? So.
Shows what kind of guy Alex is too, man. That's awesome. He went out and cornered you and on his own dime and came back with you.
It was Alex and Coach Seth.
Wow.
I drove with Alex. That was dope though.
Seth's a good coach. Yeah, we've had both of them on the show. They're good guys, man. We're great coaches, good assets to the team for sure.
Absolutely.
You end up bonding with certain coaches as the longer you stay here, and I mean, it just works out that way. So, is Alex the one that you've pretty much bonded with, or who?
One of them, but I like Coach Joey a lot. That's a good one. Who else? Coach Jackson and Coach Wink. It's new to me, but I like both of them. Obviously, right?
Yeah, they're hard to nail down.
Yeah.
They're the busiest of them all, obviously.
I like all the coaches, like Coach Lester, Coach Gibson. I want to probably start getting some Coach Lester sessions in soon. I don't know when, but
he'll
probably next month.
Definitely take your striking to the next level with kicking and stuff. And,
I just feel like we got the best coaches, the best management, the best amateurs, the best pro. You know what I'm saying? It's like this is the best gym in the world. Like I'm not lying about that.
Hard to argue that. So you're working with what is it? What's it called now? The farm or?
Oh yeah, Mandy's Farm. It's like a residential home for individuals with disabilities.
I'm thinking farm like a.
That's what I was thinking. I don't even know how I ended up working there. I'm not from that
Why they
field.
call it a farm? That's kind of a strange.
Because one of the facilities is like a farm where they got like goats and horses and
okay.
all that type of stuff. But
Like therapy goats or something.
yeah, it's kind of like Incredible MMA, but it's just no MMA involved. So eventually, I want to take some of my clients up here. I talked to Mark about it, and he said it'd be all good. Probably need to hit him up actually when this is done. Start talking about like the next event.
Yeah.
Get them in here because I know they'll love doing that. I like
Yeah.
what's going on with that Incredible MMA program.
Yeah, so the mission of Mandy's Farm is to assist individuals with developmental disabilities to achieve goals by structuring a positive, purposeful, and caring environment for living, learning, and working in the community.
That's awesome.
It just hit me that he was reading it. At first, I was like, "Wow, how'd you know all that?" You know, like, but
See?
he obviously had to be reading.
No, he's a wizard over there, man. He
Right.
knows everything.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I like that job. It's a lot better.
So your mom. Let's talk about as you were growing up wrestling. Was your mom one of them cool wrestling moms that just goes nuts during the tournaments and stuff? Or
Nope, not at all. She's a teacher,
Okay.
so she was more concerned with the academics,
Yeah.
and I probably should listen to her more. But no, it's my dad. It's my dad that was the
He was the cheerleader.
if you want to call it that, more like the drill sergeant.
Disciplinary.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Was he military?
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
And
there you go.
my dad would be at all the practices and stuff, or a lot of them. So like when all these other kids is fooling around and playing games and stuff, I can't do that because I know,
Your pops is watching everything.
Yeah, I mean I could do it. I'm just gonna, I might have to like
You're
hear
gonna
it when I
you're
get
gonna pay
home.
for it later. Yeah.
Absolutely. So I think that's what made me good though. And eventually when I started getting real good, it became like fun. At first it was just kind of, I don't know what it was honestly, but as long as I can remember, I know how to defend a takedown. I can't, like, I started when I was 4,
Yeah,
so
that's
like I can't ever remember not knowing what to do if somebody was to shoot on me, which is good though because it got to be like second nature, So I think that helped me out a lot when I first started training here. It's I didn't know how high level the wrestling was until we started having like wrestling practice, and you start like beating this guy and beating this guy, and next thing you know, like my group is just like the craziest group of all time as far as like the difficulty level. It's like, I don't know, extra hard. I think I was with Patchy, AJ, and Aaron Pico today, and we didn't stop. It's just we kept wrestling, no breaks.
Yeah, were you in a picture? Is that picture? Someone posted that picture with all you guys.
Yeah.
Together. Yeah, that's cool.
It's the best group I've ever been in.
Yeah.
Dan is good too though. Coop is good. I never wrestled Coop, but I got a lot of respect for him.
Oh yeah.
I know like it'd be a good match or a good round with him.
Did you watch the fights this past weekend over at the casino?
Yeah, I saw him on multiple people's stories because I work weekends, so
That's
I had to like tune in from people's stories and stuff. I saw Coop destroy this guy. I think
Coop,
Keenan,
Coop definitely came
Manny.
through.
Who else? Had a lot of
Of
wins.
course,
Steve.
Of
Yeah,
course,
Steve's good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Steve.
That's,
Steve's on a roll, man.
Yeah, I like going with him.
If he doesn't get the call from UFC, like any day now, there's something wrong with those people.
Yeah. I think that's his nickname, right? Machine or something. Yeah, I was about to say he's a machine.
Yeah,
but
Mean Machine.
There you go.
Mean Machine
So-
505 on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
505.
Speaking
it's
of
Albuquerque,
that's
right?
our area
okay.
code, yeah.
See, I'm
We,
not
we used to have 505 for the whole state, but
all the tattoos and everything are
Yeah.
505, and then they ran out of numbers, so it's
So the-
575.
is it
in
5
some-
is
in
it
some
75 or
areas.
25?
That's
Yeah.
still
575.
Yeah, for-
Yeah. I know that.
Nobody. You never see anyone claiming 575 though. That
it's
does
all
sound right. It's
505.
505.
Yeah.
Even if they're 575, I think they
Yeah,
claim
yeah.
505.
It's a lot of pride out here, though.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I see
Oh, yeah.
tattoos and
Oh,
like,
yeah.
that yellow and red flag. I see
Yeah.
it almost everywhere.
This
Like,
is the Zia symbol. Yeah, you see
Oh,
that.
okay.
Even were you here when Joe, the Chinese guy, the Chinese coach / promoter /
He does everything,
yeah,
man.
slash
He's a
manager.
broadcaster. He's
Yeah.
an entrepreneur.
I don't know who that is.
Anyway, he came with all the Chinese back when the UFC sent all those Chinese over here. But he spent
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
he spent a long time with us, and he actually got a Zia tattoo on his arm.
see, that's what I'm talking about.
And-
Like
and he's
people that's
full-
not
he's-
even from there.
Yeah, he's full blood
Telling
Chinese,
y'all,
man.
Hey, listen, y'all gonna see me have it on my like, neck or forehead or something. Next time.
Then we'll know, man.
Yeah.
That you're hooked.
See me just post a pic out of
Boot-
nowhere.
boot cake.
505.
Either that or boot game, man.
Oh yeah, that too. Right. So
Yeah, that's awesome. We'll get you some you some tattoo artist numbers here soon.
yeah. Let me know. Shit. Or shoot. Go.
So you got you're
You can
obviously
cuss a little bit. Don't worry
A little
about it.
bit. Okay.
Unless
Just a little bit.
your mom Or Dad's gonna come through the computer.
I don't want
and-
them scolding us.
Yeah.
My dad might come through.
It happens. That's how it was with when we had what's his face from the Eagles.
Kenyon.
Kenyon.
Oh yeah, the running back.
Kenyon Barner. Yeah, we had him on the show, and his dad. He got his dad on the phone, and
Yeah.
Dad was just. You could tell Dad was the man. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it was a cool little moment.
Yeah, I know how that is. Or
So 4 years old, you started. I mean, what were you doing?
wrestling. I just was wrestling. That's all I
Just
remember.
wrestling with your brothers and friends.
Yeah, that
and
too.
Cousins.
I used to like WWF wrestle with my little brother a lot, or my big brother too. You know, just playing around in the house. Very dangerous. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
DDTs shit on floors and all that type of stuff.
breaking mom's furniture.
Yeah, breaking like bones and stuff like that. Like I got like this bald spot in my head because his tooth came flying into my head, doing like a
Who's this?
elbow
Who did
drop
that
or
to you?
something. My little brother.
Dang,
Yeah.
you savage.
Yep.
So,
But I'm alright though, right?
how old are you?
29.
Okay,
So-
so your little brother's.
He's 27 now.
Okay. What's he? Has he got any aspirations to be a fighter? Or
Nah,
No.
like we all started wrestling, but I stayed with it. My older brother, he was into the girls and the cars and the shoes, and he ended up
Yeah.
getting all of that stuff.
well,
So
good
shout
for
out to him.
him. Yeah.
But my little brother, he just kind of school was his thing, and
He's the baby man.
yeah, play video games and
He
stay
got
out
away
the
with
way.
a lot more than you guys.
I'm trying to tell you. So, but yeah, like by the time I was like 10, I was the only one doing it. And like by that time, my dad would send me to all these wrestling camps and like Iowa State, Oklahoma State, I don't know, any college, you name it, Edinburgh. You know, I just remember going to a lot of camps while people had their summer breaks. I was at wrestling camp. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what I was doing. And then we would go to like states, All-American, states, national tournaments. I was like All-State, All-American since I was little and all that type of stuff. So I never really doubted my wrestling ability. I just knew that it would go under the radar. They'd be like, "Who is this?" You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people ask me where I wrestled. And it's like, high school. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's a high level. So
So you did a lot of studying, online studying, YouTube videos. And
yeah, it was Jared, my homeboy Jared. He used to be my roommate, Jared McLaughlin.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
he's coming back soon. But shout out to him.
And his
Yeah.
mullet.
Yeah, hopefully he still got the mullet. I was thinking about maybe growing one, you know. Need some tips.
You'd be the first.
Yeah. But yeah, he put me hip to the videos and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it was these BJJ Scout videos. He told me I should take a look at it. It's like with Ben Askren on it.
Yeah.
Kind of like showing how you can translate the wrestling to the jiu-jitsu or tie them together. You know what I'm saying? And ever since then, I've been pretty good as far as rolling. And, you know, I mean, I still can't roll with the best of them. You know, Apache roll me up or something. But
That
you know
guy's,
what I'm
that guy's
saying?
crazy, man.
But yeah, I do fine. Like I used to get caught in a lot of stuff, but now I stick to my principles. You know, the fundamentals, and I'm doing fine.
Did you see that fight with Jordan Burroughs?
Oh yeah, the wrestling match.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people they just didn't know, but I knew like it's gonna get ugly. You know, because like
he's too good, man.
yeah, he's doing that. You know what I'm saying? That's what he does. And
Yeah.
I keep hitting this.
No, it's
thing.
all right. We hit it all the time.
Oh okay.
It's extra sensitive.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah,
But that's what he does. And Askren is like in and out, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You can't. If you trying to be somebody like that, you gotta be for real. You know what I'm saying?
He's on top of his game, and Askren.
Yeah, he knew that too, though.
Well,
Askren
it was
knew
for,
that.
he was doing it for charity, so
Yeah.
you can't really
Right.
judge him too much on his
I
performance.
think they raised like $1.5 million.
yeah, see,
so
that's incredible.
that's all right.
It's okay to get your ass kicked for $1 million.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah.
okay. It's not great, but it's all right. You know.
Does
$1
that
million.
do you look up to guys like that with the wrestling backgrounds? I mean,
Absolutely. I mean,
the DCs and the John Jones and I mean,
no DC around here. Who was that?
Khabib.
No, just playing.
I'm talking about the wrestlers, though.
Yeah,
the top
yeah.
guys.
I like
you
all
know?
of them. Kamaru Usman. I mean, you can like Tyron Woodley. Like you said, John Jones, of
I mean,
course.
yeah, look at all the guys with belts. DC's got the belt.
Yeah.
John Jones got the belt. Khabib's got the belt.
Like Cejudo. I used to
Yeah.
like. I mean, I kind of still like TJ. It's just a shame. You know,
yeah, that was a mess.
kind of was disappointing. But yeah, all the wrestlers who made that transition, I like the ones that can strike more than the ones like Askren, who's just a wrestler.
Just wants
you
to
know?
wrestle. Yeah.
You know, I like Khabib because he can strike a little. I mean, he can strike fair. You know what I'm saying? It's like pretty decent striking. It's not like Israel Adesanya or nothing, but it doesn't have to be because he's so dominant.
He's just so intimidating, man. That whole Dagestani.
Telling you, man. If I see a fight, say like OV at the end of it, I don't know if I want to take that fight. So I'm not taking no fights with Ovs or Cobbs.
Yeah, it's funny. Of course, me, I'm so naive, being American my whole life, and when I met Misha, obviously he's from Russia, and we were starting to recruit some Russians in the very beginning of the gym, and all of a sudden all these Dagestani guys started showing up, and of course Misha got along with all of them. He used to work with all of them and tour with them and stuff, but he had, I don't want to say fear, but he treated them a lot differently than he treated other Russians. It was different. They're a whole different breed.
I
compared
believe
to,
it, man.
I mean, Misha's a tough, mean guy, but those guys are just, they have no, you can get a smile out of Misha every couple months.
Yeah, right. Every couple months.
Those guys have no sense of humor.
Nah.
But there's some cool guys. I met some really cool, but they're all wrestling backgrounds, man. Just that's the whole country. I think they start at 2 years old wrestling.
See, and it's like 2, one sometimes.
But
it's tricky with them because they don't have like the NCAAs or anything like that. Or I guess they got the worlds and stuff like that. But a lot of times we gauge stuff off the NCAA.
Backyard bears.
You said the what?
They wrestle bears.
Backyard bears.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like I wasn't wrestling no bears. Like I ain't got
just
time
wrestling
for
your little brother and big brother.
Yeah.
Sometimes they can be like bears.
The big brother sometimes, but I'm older now, so I like to wrestle them again one day. But like they don't have NCAAs or anything like that, so you never can tell with them. It's like
they just go straight to the Olympics.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They're
crazy. It doesn't make no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like how do they even know they're good enough? I guess they wrestle with each other.
Yeah, I don't know, man. They just get the nod from some secret society or something. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Putin sends
Putin has nothing to do with Dagestan, man.
Oh, that's true.
They got their own little. Of course, I think they're probably loyal to the guy anyway, but they got some evil warlord that's in charge of them over there or something. But
brings them in briefcases. Pick a name.
It's a whole other world over there.
Yeah, man.
But the ones I've met were great guys. So I mean, I can't say anything bad about them. I'm afraid of them anyway. So if I did.
Speaking of wrestling, the fight, the main event this weekend, where it was that slam. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. And I was thinking when I seen that slam, I'm like, I probably need to take it easy on my partners because a lot of times I slam them because we got mats in wrestling. You be all right. You got that soft mat, you be fine. Yeah. But nah, I think I'm gonna take it a little easier on it. When it comes to the slam, these are my partners. My brothers. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to just be. Yeah, it could get like that if somebody like. They try to scramble out. Next thing you know, they on their head, and it's a wrap.
And some people are starting petitions to ban it. The pile driver, as wrestlers call it. But I mean, Dr. Bo was one of the ones that was very vocal about getting rid of it. And immediately after the fight, they were saying it was illegal. But since she was going for the armbar, that it was legal.
They said it was illegal?
They were saying that it was an illegal thing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but since she was going for the armbar, that made it okay.
Rose was?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that was illegal.
Well, yeah. But
wow. I don't think it should be illegal. Yeah, I mean, it's dangerous.
And there's different trains of thought, I guess, about it. But then now there's some conspiracy videos that Dr. Bo put up where she's actually tapping as she's got the armbar on her. She's Andrade is actually tapping.
Oh man, yeah.
And some people are saying, well, she's just trying to get a grip, kind of like that whole thing with Askren and.
Lawler. That's crazy too.
Was his thumb limp or was his hand limp or it's just. Video, you can interpret things very, very strangely.
Yeah, it's hard to tell with that because he went limp. If you talk about Lawler, that was a crazy fight for that. Was 2 or 3 minute period. It's crazy.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden he was like a zombie, man. He came back and by then it's too late,
Right, he's just trying to get a hold of him. Once he did, it was over. So that was crazy.
I guess.
So here's the rule: spiking the opponent to the canvas, onto the head, or neck pile driving. Pile driver is considered to be any throw where you control your opponent's body, placing his feet towards the sky with his head straight down, and then forcibly driving your opponent's head into the canvas or flooring material. It should be noted when a fighter is placed into a submission hold by their opponent, if that fighter is capable of elevating their opponent, they may bring that opponent down in any fashion they desire because they are not in control of their opponent's body. The fighter who is attempting the submission can either adjust their position or let go of their hold before being slammed to the canvas.
Oh, there you go. Well, that's what they're saying about Rose. If she would have just let go or turned, I mean, we could what if it all day, you know. It's just, it happened, and Rose's spirit was pretty much taken away, or it took her soul away or something, because I mean, post-fight she's almost talking about retirement. Yeah, I don't get it. And DC was like so depressed about that. It's like he was so pro Rose. It's funny. I mean, but then when he heard that, it kind of changed his whole attitude about it.
Yeah, right.
Because he's like, no, what do you mean you're gonna quit? You made it to the top. You're not a quitter. What the hell's the matter with you?
Might have been a case like the cliche. You might have got dropped on your head too hard or something. I don't know. But I think she's gonna change her mind. She kind of went through this after the Conor McGregor bus thing too. I remember that. She was talking about just she doesn't know what. I don't know. She's just a real spiritual person, I guess, and she needs just time to kind of regroup. And because I think she was talking about not coming back after that too. Yeah,
the sport wasn't for her, and that it was just all a bunch of crazy stuff. And but so here she was defending it, and I think she'll be back. I mean, she's nuts to watch. She's only, 26, 27?
That's what I was thinking. I know she's pretty young. Younger than that? Wow.
Yeah, but she's not even in her prime yet. So, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, probably made it hard to, like, defend the belt with that type of mindset. You got to kind of,
Well, she went to Brazil, man. Talk about going into enemy territory. I mean,
I give her respect for that.
Yeah, they booed the guy that defeated Anderson Silva.
Was it Cannonier or whatever?
Poor guy.
He couldn't even talk.
Yeah, and he did nothing wrong. I mean, he went for it was a legal kick, and Anderson he just couldn't take it, man. He must have had some kind of issue going on before.
They said he hurt his knee before or something like that. But.
And you can't blame Cannonier. It's not like he knew that. He's like, oh, I'm going to go for the knee, man.
It's just a regular kick, honestly. Yeah. I mean, he meant like
it's an inside leg
to
kick.
Do damage, but that's all right.
Totally legal. Not Anderson could have defended himself. I mean, it's just I don't know. And then people were calling for him to retire.
Yeah.
There's him and BJ, man.
I was about to say BJ too. They call him for that.
Poor BJ. I like BJ, man.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time with him when he was here, and he's just such a genuine guy, and he's just like Diego, man. Only they can decide when they're going to quit. It's not up to the fans or coaches
is
or
a monster.
So I mean,
Diego.
Let those guys fight as long as they want to fight. I mean, who are we to say anything about that stuff? I learned to just stay in my lane, and fighters are going to fight.
I was going with Diego. Was that Tuesday? And sometimes he does both practices.
Yeah,
so he came to the lightweight practice, and nobody wanted to go. Or maybe
sometimes
he'll
go to the amateur practice too.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're right. Actually,
he's just like a shark. He'll look for anybody.
Right,
blood and water. There we go.
I'm trying to tell you, but I went with him, and he tried to shoot a takedown. Or no, this was last Thursday. He tried to shoot a takedown. And I sprawled, but we slipped on the sweat because he's so sweaty and everything. Yeah. And I thought, like, he would be like, okay, you slipped on the sweat. Man, he pounced right on me. And I'm like, next thing you know, rear naked choke. I'm like, man, this is crazy.
He's got no mercy, man.
No, he don't. But, I mean, that's how you got to be, though. You know what I'm saying? Now I know that,
you learn
to be prepared. Yeah,
you learn the guys that take it to the next level, and the other guys, they're just kind of like, okay, I'm just here to get a workout in. I've got a fight coming up, or so you learn that.
Real. Absolutely.
Yeah, Diego's if he's in the gym, he's here to go hard, man.
Yeah, right.
He's
not trying to hurt nobody. He just goes hard. That's all it is.
Nah, he's been at it a very, very long time, about longer than anyone here. So he totally gets it, and he's a motivator, man. He's the guy always yelling and shouting, the first one to motivate everybody.
Hands up.
To like the huddle and at the end of practice or whatever. Tennyson is like that too. Andrew Tennyson, I like him.
He had a great fight this weekend too,
Yeah,
man. Was it the
I told
Omoplata
him
or what?
go something.
Go Omo.
I'm a wrestler, not a jiu-jitsu guy.
Yeah,
A
me
very
either.
rare submission in the MMA.
Yeah, I told him like, good job. You know, I shook his hand. I was like, man, I didn't even know what that move was called. He like, I never even.
Nobody
knew
what it
move.
was.
Yeah,
the announcers knew what it was because they were all excited.
Exactly.
He's got him in the go plot.
I'm like, oh, that's what's up. You know, it looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was, but it was beautiful though. You know, and he deserved it because he's always motivating everybody.
That was tough.
So hard.
I wish it wasn't on the same night as our card because more people would have got to enjoy it live.
See, that was the thing though. Like, I was able to watch it because I was at work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, I think Kayla had put it on live on the Jackson Wing.
You can always count on Kayla to
you can actually
stream that stuff on her
streamed,
live.
Allegedly,
Well,
it's Insta
yeah.
story, so it
Yeah.
disappeared. So it may not have been there.
No, I
You know
think
what I'm
like she
saying?
put it on her story is what I was saying.
Yeah,
Just
it don't count.
like the little
yeah.
15-second
If you're
video.
listening, Bellator or UFC, don't worry about it. It's
Yeah.
just-
Or
we don't
LFA.
even know who Kayla is.
Yeah. So who?
She's rogue.
Yeah. But
No, she's awesome. I think she's a great team member too. We love her.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I was able to see some of it. You know what I'm saying? Some of it, and it was nice. You know, so
Yeah.
it's good for him.
Yeah, it's good for
It's a good night for Jackson.
It's good for the
Wink.
team. Yeah, I mean,
really
we
good night.
talked about that. That when someone from the teams wins, we all win.
Yeah,
You know?
I think that like the good thing about this gym is like whenever you're in training camp, like if I'm facing a real short, stocky dude that's trying to come with overhands, I got that. You know what I'm saying? If I want to face like a real tall dude, or if I'm facing a real tall dude, kind of lanky, I can find that here. You know, a wrestler, jiu-jitsu guy, a good boxer, you know, good kickboxer. It don't matter. We got everything. So at least for my weight class, we do. So I'm excited about that.
The team, speaking of, they obviously see some potential out of you.
Oh yeah.
and that's a good thing. When they start playing you up, it means you're proving yourself.
Kind of coming fast, but
Yeah.
I didn't really. I don't know. It's hard to tell. You question yourself so much. You know what I'm saying? You get your ass kicked so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to just my teammates know, but it's not like that so much anymore. But at first, I swear it had to be like 3-4 months of just straight up. What the? You know what I'm saying? Like, am I just not good or something? And then like you start to get it. And then I hadn't wrestled in like maybe 7-8 years. So now I'm starting to like I'm all the way back with that. I'm like back into where my mind's thinking like that instead of like slow and everything. So my reaction time and stuff. I feel like that's what helped me a lot. It's just going through it. It's like being a freshman in college or something. You still like that same athlete, but like up here you different. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's kind of like my sophomore year. Starting to get it more. Maybe next year I'll be a lot better. The year after that, I plan on being like really good. So just keep going to practice. And,
Are you training with any specific one-on-one wrestling coach? I mean, Bart or Lenny or any of those guys?
No, I mean,
just
of course,
go-
like growing up, I had one-on-ones and stuff. Joe Heskett, he's a NCAA champ. I think he's Olympian too.
Wow.
Like a very good wrestler. That's who kind of taught me a lot.
You had me an
everything I know.
Olympian, man. You know, it's say no.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Right, exactly. But now as far as out here though, like so I already kind of like had my coaching kind of growing up. But out here, I started working with Demasio lately as far as like the MMA wrestling. And,
Yeah, he's great.
it helped me today. Like he was telling me about like this grip, palm up or whatever when you get in.
Did he come to practice today?
Yeah, he came.
Good.
He coached. He didn't. I
Oh,
think he
good.
wrestled, but not in my group.
Yeah, Demasio's a great asset to the team, man. He's been at it a very, very long time, man.
Yeah, and he really helped me put the MMA wrestling together. Not like, of course, I know how to wrestle, but MMA wrestling is a little different, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even know like takedowns off the cage was way easier than takedowns in the open. It's like, why am I spending all this energy trying to take people down in the middle when I could get them up against the cage easy?
And that's why we have those classes. That's why Coach Joey and Demasio and those guys are teaching MMA wrestling instead of just wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've tried just wrestling before.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know that.
You know, it's wrestling is a skill, obviously, but we're in the sport of MMA. We're not doing wrestling
kinda you,
tournaments.
man.
You know, so we
Right.
we need to teach stuff like you said, getting off the cage and that stuff. So
Yeah.
that makes sense. And Coach Joey's one of the best. Obviously, Damasio's been doing it a long time. We're proud. We're proud that they're here with us, and you guys are getting great education with them.
Yeah, we wrestle with Damasio sometimes too. Like sometimes he'll wrestle with us, and he can go. You know what I'm saying? He's just as good as any of us. Like my group of wrestlers or whatever. So I respect Damasio a lot. But I also do these kind of like trade-offs. Like Luis, right? He's one of the best amateurs.
Oh yeah.
He got real good boxing, so it's like, all right, we can do this boxing wrestling trade-off. So I've been working with him with wrestling. He's been working with me with boxing, and I think I'm gonna start working with Rodney too. Because his striking is ridiculously good. You know what I'm saying? If he just got some takedown defense, nobody want to take that fight.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to working with him too. But yeah, that's
feisty little Hawaiian.
Right. It's pretty cool that he ain't lying. He gave me one of my worst rounds early. Now I do a lot better, but early when I first got here, he's like, "You want to go?" You know what I'm saying? And man, he bopped me up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So. Had to get him back the next day. It was wrestling practice. So I was like, you want to go? You know what I'm saying? And I was able to do my wrestling thing. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to those little trade-offs, striking for the wrestling, with those two.
So striking, I guess you're a big boxing fan.
Yeah.
So
well, I used to box before I came out here. But, my boxing coach, he wasn't big on defense. So, you know what I'm saying? I know. So I came here and
He's letting you get your ass kicked or what?
Basically, it was just for sparring, basically. And offense, you know what I'm saying? Just, I don't know. I mean, he meant well, but he just, some people just,
And then that's another one of those things. I mean, it's one thing to be a boxer, but then MMA striking
with the little gloves too
is a whole other world, because you start implementing the kicks, and some people are better at kicks than they are at punches, and
the distance is different too.
You got guys like Frank, the Muay Thai guys, and like you mentioned, Coach Alex, you don't want to be kicked by those guys.
Yeah.
There's certain people you don't want to be punched by, and there's certain people you don't want to be taken down by.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just everybody's got their thing, and it's cool to watch that.
Yeah. Got a lot of different styles here. You know what I'm saying? So. You can get good advice from anybody as far as whatever it is. If I got a jiu-jitsu question, Patchy, that's my neighbor, I could probably go ask him. He help me no question. You know what I'm saying? So that's nice. Or a Christian, that's used to be my roommate.
Yeah.
Shout out to Christian. That's my brother.
Where's
him
Christian?
And,
I haven't seen
Steven.
him. Is he?
He's here. He's my neighbor too.
That's okay.
Now.
That's right. He just okay.
Yeah, but he had a good strike in mind, you know what I'm saying, real good. I never seen somebody so young and it's like Kobe Bryant or LeBron James, you know what I'm saying? How does he just very mature and very good at a young age?
Christian Christian and the Lewis brothers, man. Those guys are always together. And
yeah, they both some beasts. Lewis brothers. Yeah. But if I got any question, I can ask them, and they can ask me too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
and that's what it's all about, man. That's what this team is. You're all here to help each other. I mean, there's no need to be selfish about it. I mean, when you win, the whole team wins. When John Jones wins the championship, we're all part of the John Jones camp. We're the team John Jones. We're Team Holly. We're team.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Whoever's fighting Tennyson. The amateurs, when you guys are fighting, we take it all personal. Believe me, it's hard to watch because it's like watching your kids, man. Until you've had kids, I guess you really don't understand it. But it's you take it personal because we spend a lot of time with you guys just watching you. And
I thought it was dope though. The support they showed over what was that last weekend, right?
Yeah,
everybody was there. I mean, except me. So, but
some people have to work.
Yeah, you right. Maybe one day it won't be like that. But,
Jesus.
It was like
we all got to work, man. Some people have weekends off, I guess.
Right? Yeah, it's crazy. Sometimes I don't know what to do. Like when I do have a day off with my weekend or something, it's like what do I do? You know what I'm saying? Because when I was living in Vegas, I already did that nightlife type of deal. I'm kind of all nightlifed out. You know what I'm saying? So
did you do the clubbing and all that stuff? Wow.
Yeah, I did a lot of that. It was more so my first 6 months. I was there for 11 months. The last 5 months, it wasn't so much.
But city don't sleep, man. It's like New York. There's something to do all day, all night.
But the last 5 months, I was throwing house parties and stuff. Like, I lived in this house and I had like 4 roommates. Shout out to T and Reese. That's the real Reese. I'm the second Reese. So that's the real Reese.
Yeah.
But we threw house parties and all types of just crazy. You know, we had like a Jersey Shore type of house with like a projector, and it's not for me. If I want to do MMA, that type of lifestyle, that's not for me. You know what I'm saying? So I had to come here. You can focus a lot out here.
It's distraction free here.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. Like if
New
you're really
Mexico's
serious,
famous. Albuquerque's famous for that.
it's so easy to focus. You know, like if you're really serious about, you know, your MMA journey, I think this is the best place. You know.
In downtown, there's nothing to do down here. I mean, unless you
I mean, you could like
want to go to them clubs,
you
but
can,
that's
but
nothing but bad news.
Yeah,
but there's no other distractions.
You can Kimbo slice it up on the streets of Borqué.
Yeah, you can
become a street fighter.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And a lot of our fighters are bouncers at these clubs, so then you're just going to end up having to fight your own teammates.
Right, exactly. I didn't think about that. If you acting up, you know, they got to do their job, right?
Yeah, it's funny. We're every time we do a show with one of the Amis, it's like, yeah, I'm a part-time bouncer at such and such.
I was thinking about next time I hit the club with my shin pads, you know what I'm saying? Put my headgear on and all that. Yeah, just be ready, you know what I'm saying?
Keep your knee pads on underneath
Maybe
your
wear
pants.
like the MMA gloves, so then I can like, you know, still like, you know,
there
use
you go.
my fingers and stuff. You know?
Yeah, there you go.
Can't really club with boxing gloves.
Just walk in with some wraps.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So if y'all want to come, let me know. Just bring your shin pads.
You have the ears? You got the cauliflower ears?
I'm starting to get it, but no, because I wore headgear my whole life.
Because a lot of people, man, you don't even mess with those guys. It's just right off the bat.
Yeah, right. It's
even if you have I don't need to look at your hands. I just look at your ears.
But I seen it at such a young age that I didn't want none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It don't look too. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there's different trains of thought about it. I mean,
it's like a badge of honor, and I'm starting to get that badge because it's like when I came out here, I packed all that stuff up. I ain't packed none of my headgears. I got like 3 or 4 of them. Yeah, I know, man. So like,
you forgot. You remembered everything but your headgear.
Yeah, let's just say I'm gonna keep these on. You know what I'm saying? Until after we stop airing, and then maybe I might show you a little. But it's not that bad. It's getting there though.
Yeah.
You know, so.
You ever do the draining thing?
Yeah, I did actually. Like the
crazy,
first 2 months, I think my old roommate Manny, he just won. Shout out to him on his fight. You know Manny, right?
Yeah, he's
ground and pounded him out. He drained my ear. Like
he was wearing a rest in peace somebody shirt.
Oh, that's his brother.
Oh, was that? Okay, I didn't know the story with that.
Yeah, I forgot what happened to him. I think he got shot, unfortunately.
Oh, jeez.
But that's good for him though. You know what I'm saying?
Here in town?
Carlsbad, I think is where he got shot. That's where he's from. So
that's right. Because
it's like rough out there.
He was kind of fighting fit Carlsbad, fit Albuquerque, Jackson Wink. He's all over. In fact, I asked him about that.
Yeah, he is.
Because he lives here, but he's
right.
He was cornered by John Judy.
Exactly.
And so I was confused.
Yeah.
And Misha said, "No, he fights for us." I said, "I don't get it. What do you mean?" He says, "No, it's because he wanted some pictures."
Mm-hmm.
And so I sent him the pictures, and so I asked him, and he says, "No, I'm Team New Mexico."
See what I'm saying? Like that's what I wanted to avoid. I mean, I understand where he's coming from because he's loyal, right?
Yeah.
But loyal to 3 different teams, I guess, or 2 different teams. I didn't want to.
Some people can make it work.
That's what he's
can't.
doing.
Some people are just dicks about it, you know.
Yeah.
No, I am only, whatever, Jim.
Then like sometimes the gym might put the pressure on them. You know what I'm saying? And that's not so great sometimes.
Some gyms have sued our fighters.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, about that. It gets ugly sometimes. Yeah, if they come over to us, they'll come up with some contract to fine print and something. Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, it happens. Believe me, it's so some people take it a little bit more serious than others.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. Yep.
So your fight is June or what?
June 8th.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think I should do fine.
What weight you fight at?
35.
Okay.
So
where you walking around at right now?
About like 150. You know?
Okay.
It's still a cut though, cause like
you don't got that much to lose.
Yeah, but I don't have like that much to cut either. You know what I'm saying? It's like I get real skinny when I cut, cause I don't have like a lot of body fat percentage or whatever. But I know I can't go 25, and 45 is too close. Too big, kinda. I mean, kinda. You know, I could probably bulk up, but 35 that's just right for me. Yeah. And I like being a big 35, long arms and long legs. So.
How tall are you?
5'10".
That's about right.
Yeah, got like a 74.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's like
really
that's
a hell of
long
a reach,
for
man.
the division. Yeah.
Jeez.
I seen somebody in UFC with 75. That was the most I ever seen. I can't believe he got 75. Like, how do you even?
Yeah.
you know. But
Yeah, they were just talking about that with John Jones being number one reach.
oh yeah,
everybody.
84 and a half. That's
Yeah.
crazy. It doesn't even make sense. I'm looking at John right now in that picture.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Big old, his arms are down at his knees.
Yeah, and then like he's so tall that it really don't look like it's that long. But when you think about it, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And who did they say had the shortest? It was what's his name?
The Connor's boy.
Connor's
What's his name? The goat. The goat. What's his name?
Artem?
Yeah,
Artem Lobov. Yeah. Yeah. He's,
I saw the picture. He's
yeah,
like,
yeah. You must have saw that same post or whatever.
I
Yeah.
think I had like I saw one with Kevin Lee and him. I don't know why they. Oh, because he's fighting this weekend. I think that's why.
Yeah.
He got long arms too. But yeah, Artem, just you know, he's tough though. You know.
He's got he's like me, a little T-Rex arms, but he just knows how to use them.
Yeah. Like whatever your body type is, the fighters they always figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Of course,
like no doubt about it.
Man, that guy, man. Did you see that bare knuckle thing that he did?
This is crazy.
Holy
I didn't see
crap,
it.
man.
I can't pay me enough for that. Man.
I was talking to Isaac Valley Flag at the fights the other night, and he's loving it, man. He's
the bare knuckle.
He's absolutely loving that bare knuckle stuff. In fact, I
It's
think he just
crazy,
announced that he's got another one coming up. And
Yeah, I think it's him and Malinaji.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess that's a good fight, but
That's a whole.
you won't see me in that.
Yeah, he
Not
was
in the bare knuckle.
to him the way he was explaining it. He takes less damage. Of course, he's done both now, so he knows. I mean, he takes less damage with that than he did with the little gloves. And
that's what he said?
yeah,
It's interesting.
yeah, that's what he was saying. He says.
I think he was saying something about
he doesn't
like
get concussed as much.
just cuts, right? And all that and bruises.
No, he was talking about the way he felt getting concussed and stuff. It was just a whole different thing for him.
Yeah, I think I heard his interview on I forgot what show.
Yeah, he wasn't doing an interview. I was just talking to him backstage.
Okay.
I didn't hear the interview, but maybe he said something different. But yeah, he's enjoying it either way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy for him that he found something. He cleaned himself up, and he's back doing what he loves doing. And
that's what it's about. The passion, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think we do it for the money. That's just it's not healthy, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it can be, you know, we love money,
it's
right?
a good little
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but
you got bills to pay.
when it's just only for the money, though, you know what I'm saying?
Because when Misha comes around all room to room, man, banging on doors looking for
Telling
money,
you.
what are you going to say? No, it's not about the money.
Yeah,
Misha, come on.
right. I mean, shit, come on, you know, really talking about money
Every week,
You know what I'm
he's
saying?
putting a new post in the
Yeah,
secret group
right.
about, hey, you
Mhm.
better pay.
Yeah, right. You should be hounding.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It makes sense though. You know,
No,
it's fair
you got to
enough.
pay. It's like any other business,
Absolutely,
man.
you gotta pay the bills.
Yeah, if you're not paying, you don't got no business here.
Yeah, yep.
Yep. So that's sometimes it's about the money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's expensive, man. It's an expensive life you guys chose. I mean, to pay the coaches, to pay food. You know, I mean, if you're doing strength and conditioning, if you do yoga, jiu-jitsu, all those are
Exactly, like
separate.
Gracie Barr and
all those
Then,
are
like,
separate costs,
if
man.
you got-
Medicals.
Yeah, exactly. Medicals. If you got management, you got to pay them
Yeah.
X amount. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's only
You
so
got
many
your corner.
so many sponsors that you can get as an AMI too, man.
I'm telling
That's
why
it's tough.
Looking forward to turning pro. So
Yeah, yeah, because once you see your pro fighters, the more people they're willing to spend some money on you, throw money at you.
yeah. I was thinking about turning pro after I was 2-0, and I was like, nah, let's do one more. You know what I'm saying? It just felt
You got the three.
Yeah, 3-0
magic
is good.
three,
Yeah, right. You know, third time's a charm.
Yeah, so
and,
it's just if you feel you're ready and the coaches have gave you the blessing, your management team. I mean, do what's good for you, man. I mean, don't let people talk you out of it. I mean,
no, it's nothing like that.
You know how it is. I mean, you know what you're doing. You've been at it for a while.
Yeah,
You've
I
dedicated
remember,
your life to it.
like, one of the things Joey said, this was before I had my first fight. I just going to amateur practices, and we, like, brung it in. And he was saying, like, you know, when you had that fight, because a lot of those amateurs, they didn't have a fight yet. It's going to be like how it is downstairs when you sparring, just kind of like with different adrenaline and all that type of stuff. But I just remember taking that away from, you know, that little break, you know, 1, 2, 3 break or whatever. I had my fight, and it's like, oh, it really is like that. Like, the things I do in sparring is, you know, it's kind of like that in the fight, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just I never sparred with this guy before. That's all that is. So.
Yeah, that's true. It's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, so you got to be careful. You can't just, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's different.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well,
Really
cool,
like that.
man. I'm glad you came in and introduced yourself and it's your neighbors, man. Look at that.
Who was
There
that?
was a food
Peeking
run.
in?
It's a food. They're doing a food run, man. Walking by.
Ain't come through with no food. Come on, bro.
So, are you living on this side or the other side?
I'm on the other side.
Okay.
What is it? Would that be west side, east side? I
No,
don't know.
that's the east side. Yeah.
I'm on east side. It makes sense being
East
from
side.
Cleveland.
I was gonna say east side, west coast, east coast.
Yeah, I'm East Coast all day. You know what I'm saying? All day.
You tell me,
But,
you should know. Don't put me on the west coast, man.
Yeah.
Them guys.
Right,
The
East
Nate
Coast.
Diaz crowd over there.
Yeah.
Stockton.
Right. Yeah. But I'm in 206 or whatever.
Oh, that's
it's
OG,
nice.
man. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's. It's fun.
It's
You
nice
see all
room.
the you get to see all everyone marking their names and
Yeah,
everything
I still
all
got
over
a
the place.
sign. I never signed. You know
never
what I'm
signed it
saying?
back
I
there
need to
yet?
sign the
Yeah,
wall in
no.
the kitchen and like the
Yeah.
room. You know what I'm saying?
No, we'll take care of that now, man. You get to
Oh yeah.
you get to sign the table and
No doubt. That's what's up.
and definitely get to sign the wall. Heck, that's crazy. How come you haven't signed the wall yet, man?
I just figured like at first I felt like I didn't deserve it. That's why I didn't do
See,
it.
and that's
you
the way
know?
it should be. That's
Yeah,
You said the right thing.
That was
Pe-
immediately what I thought. I'm
A
not
lot of
about to
people
sign
they
this.
just sign it the night. They don't even.
No, I wasn't about to do that. I feel
You
like it's
gotta earn it.
disrespectful.
Yeah,
you know
it
what
is
I'm
actually.
saying?
You got to earn that, man. All
Yeah.
them names on the wall, those people have been here for a while. They
Yeah.
built it. They contributed to this place somehow. It's not
Right.
you don't just get to put your name on there because you paid your $100 a month or
Yeah,
whatever.
I
you know.
think
It's-
everybody should know that too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can't just come here like for 2 or 3 days or even 2 or 3 weeks. And
It
sign.
happens. You've seen it, man. You've
Oh,
been here
yeah.
a year. You've seen
Yeah,
some
right.
people
I've
come
seen
come and go, and
Mm-hmm.
you know we talk about it all the time. Whether we try to weed those people out, and sometimes they weed themselves out.
Yeah.
You know, this sport ain't for everybody,
Mhm.
and you guys are pretty good about policing yourselves and figuring out who the posers are.
Yeah. Yeah. Some people I'll be like, wow, like I mean, not nobody here, but it's just like other people from like another gym or something. They take a fight and it's like, whoa, you know, you could get like effed up. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
not
Like
only
this
that,
is
it
not a
makes
great
us,
matchup
and
for
then
you.
they go say they're Jackson Wink, and they train like once a month. It's like,
yeah,
come on,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
You're making us look bad now. You just get the
Mhm.
hell out of here.
Yeah, like you could really get hurt. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like you really could.
That's funny because John Jones he's getting ready to start training, and
Yeah, I seen him another day.
he'll be down there training, and I'll look up because I'm always watching for cameras. He's obviously doesn't want any recording, and I'll see some of these people up here. I'm like, who the hell is that person?
Oh yeah,
I've never seen that person.
We had this dude like a few months ago. We had to like me, Christian, Luis, and Steven. Shout out to Steven. That's like my brother too. You know, Steven Robinson.
Yeah, yeah.
We had to like escort this dude out the gym. It's like at
He
nighttime.
just snuck in or what?
Nah, he came here for like a couple weeks or something, but he was always drunk
And you guys got him out?
yeah.
Good,
I mean, I
man.
guess like out for the
See,
day.
like I
think-
said, you guys are policing.
Yeah, it was crazy.
You're your own security around here.
I think Misha called Christian or whatever, told him what was up, and we all came with him, and it was crazy. It's like he was threatening John, like you better watch your back or something crazy. You know what I'm saying?
threatening
John
who?
just like what? John, you know?
John Jones?
Yeah, or
What
he
the
said
hell?
something like you're not as great as you think you are, something
Holy shit.
crazy, and John was just confused. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that happened over there in Europe too. There was just
Oh,
a
for
video
real?
about that. Yeah, that
What?
just happened.
Pro fighter that's
Well,
trying
yeah,
to
he's-
get famous.
Yeah, he
I ain't know nothing about that.
yeah, he's some UFC. I don't know if he's UFC or he's some kind of fighter, but he
Hmm.
he happened to be over there in England where John was, and
That's
came
crazy.
came up to his booth, and of course John had no clue what's going on. He thought he was just joking with him, and the guy starts being just a dick to him. And
Yeah.
security starts kind of moving in, and
Uh-huh.
and John's trying to joke with the guy because he doesn't get it that the guy's just being an asshole.
Right.
And finally, the guy's just like, yeah, fuck you and your brothers and this, that.
Oh,
And as
damn,
soon as
put
he
the
said
family in
that,
there, too.
John's like, oh shit, okay. So he's like, let him through.
Yeah, right. Yeah, here you go.
And he changed
Oh, for real?
his whole look.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Oh yeah,
This
it's all over
when
the
did
place.
this happen?
This past weekend. Yeah, he
crazy,
was
man.
he was doing one of his sponsors for Vanquish or something. Yeah.
Oh, that Vanquish stuff.
Yeah, one of the
that's
booths.
dope.
One of the
Okay.
booths for Vanquish. That he's been in Europe all last week. I
Yeah.
think he just got back today. But anyway, he was doing that booth and got challenged by this guy, And it's funny, once he figured out this wasn't a joke, John's face just changed. And he's like, he went into that mode, like, oh, shit.
Yeah, you got to know who you're talking to. Like, what
you read the comments, like, does this guy realize what John would do to this guy?
Yeah, man. I think too many people think it's a game out here. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's the same wrestling, man. We have WWE wrestling.
Yeah.
There's nothing staged around here.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not even wrestling. Where, like, you know, you can slam them on a mat. You know what I'm saying? Like, talking about people that John elbowing people and all types of shit.
He's going to cut you up, man.
Yeah, man. Like, come on, dog. That's crazy, though. I ain't know nothing about that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look it up, man. It's all over the place. I think Dr. Bo stays up on all this stuff. I think I saw it on Dr. Bo's.
Yeah. The Instagram on Jackson posted it.
Oh, okay. So I think even Misha shared it. It's all over the place. But yeah, you'll have to watch it. It's pretty crazy.
Speaking of John, though, I remember, like, before I came here, you know, I told you I used to always look at the website. Whatever y'all would post, I was more all over it. You know what I'm saying? And I remember they were saying, like, something about how John is, like, one of the friendliest people. He'd come up to you. So, like, I met John for the first time. It was me, Christian, and Steven. And Christian already met him because, you know.
He's been here a little longer.
No. He just had, like, spar with him and stuff.
Okay.
I was here.
Oh, well, he was training with him last camp. He was one of his main training partners.
Right.
Yeah.
This is when John was first about to come back, though. And he was just in the parking lot, like, eating Chipotle. He's like, hey, what up? Like, hey, you know, what's your name? And all. I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't get starstruck too much, but I had to keep my cool. No, I was starstruck. I just had to keep my cool, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And, he was cool. I like, that's, I consider him one of my friends. He called me Wally.
Wally?
Cause, like,
what's that about?
All right, he was saying, like, you gotta watch out because these girls out here, you know, they love fighters. For lack of a better word, he said fighters. And he said they love fighters, and you know, you gotta stay away from them because, like, you could be messing with them, you get them pregnant. Next thing you know, like, you either working at, like, Walmart or something like that. And Christian and Steven, they looked at me. And I'm looking like, man.
He does work at Walmart.
Yeah, exactly. At the time I was working at Walmart, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, what the? And, like, everybody started cracking up and everything.
I don't got nobody pregnant, man.
Right, yeah. Nah, I got out of there before I got anybody pregnant. But, yeah, so he called me Wally because of that, you know. Like, a lot of people, they call me Jiggy or Reese, or he'd call me Wally still, and I don't even work for Walmart. But that's the little story
Aaron
behind
Wally
that.
Reese, huh?
Yeah, he was saying I should use that as a nickname. I'm like, nah, man. You know, I ain't feeling that.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
John calls you Wally. You can be Wally, man.
Yeah, I heard his, like, first nickname was, like, Sexual Chocolate or something like that.
Can you imagine?
So,
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I take that, Sexual Chocolate.
Yeah, that's
Sexual
funny.
Caramel.
No, but he's. Like, I mean, everyone's
Damn,
got.
he good.
Right.
Everyone's got the John Jones story. It's cool because he.
That's my fault. That's Coming to America, right? Yeah. Nick knows stuff.
The band,
Right. That boy good.
Sexual Chocolate. I love that movie, man.
Like, you must be
I heard
crazy.
they're making a new one. They're
Yeah. Oh man, I can't wait for that.
Yeah, they're making a part 2. I don't know how they're gonna if he's
can't top
like,
part 1.
Divorce the queen, or if he's coming back to America, or if they're I don't know. But it's gonna be funny no matter what.
Yeah, definitely.
See if we can recreate these crazy characters he does. And,
right.
No, but I'm glad you had a positive meeting with John, because we tell this story all the time where he notices new people all the time, and he'll go up. He'll be one of the first ones to go up to you and introduce himself, and not like you don't know who he is. Like, who are you?
Yeah,
so
right, exactly. You said your
John
name is
Jones.
what? John? Okay, can I call you JJ? You know what I'm saying?
What are you, an Ammy around here?
Yeah, right. How many fights you got? So yeah, that's dope though. You know, because
cool.
like y'all said it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like the stuff y'all say, it holds true. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
know.
mean, he's not fake. I mean, people they're gonna have their opinion of the guy, and you can't change people's opinions. If he's right in front of if he's right, these trolls are right in front of John.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna say the kind of crap that they say behind the keyboard.
Right.
They're gonna just be wanting us to get a picture with him and sign his
telling
autograph.
you, ain't that
kiss
the
his
truth?
ass,
Right.
It's a whole other world, because I've been to Vegas with John several times, and I've never seen a troll saying anything.
Exactly.
They're always pro John and screaming and yelling everywhere we go, and it's always real positive. You know, I'm sure he's got some haters, but they're insignificant in John's mind. He's just here to fight and win belts, and he's going to be doing it for quite a while.
Absolutely. So, definitely.
And you're part of that team.
Yeah, that's crazy, because now it's normal to me. It's normal as ever. You know what I'm saying? This is just life. You know, at one time it was like a dream, though. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
I mean, we still got a lot more work to do for sure, but at least, like, the ball is rolling. You know what I'm saying? It's just
try to get July 6th off, man. So you go watch Holly, Diego, and John. Holly and John, of course, with their belts. And
it's gonna be Jackson Week's night right there. You know?
It's gonna be crazy stuff going on that night. So you're gonna get with some teammates and go hit up the.
I'm glad you told me that. I think I will start.
Man, July 6th, man. You got time. Put it in the books.
Put it in PTO.
There you go. There you go.
Absolutely. So.
Well, listen, man, we appreciate you coming on the show today and introducing yourself to your fans, and we try to get a little cool story out of everybody, and you had one of the best ones yet. That's cool. Man.
Dangerous, though. Risky. You know I wouldn't recommend it. You know what I'm saying? Like, my car could have broke down, all types of stuff. I didn't have the best car. So
but it worked out for the best, and you're here for the long haul, and we look forward to June 8th at Buffalo Casino.
Yeah, absolutely.
Team Jackson Week out there. You got any sponsors that you want to shout out, or any friends, family, fans that you want to shout out?
Like, I just signed. I guess I don't have sponsors yet, but
that's all right.
maybe one day
they come along.
Friends and family.
That's why we introduce you to the world, man, so they can watch these videos later and say, let's see what this kid's about, man.
Right. Right. Yeah. Mom, dad, brother Ryan, brother Justin, everybody in the group chat back home.
It's already late over there on the East Coast. What is it, like 9:30 already?
Yeah. What time?
Are they 2 hours? It is like 2 hours ahead, right? Yeah.
Yep. 2
hours.
East
Coast.
Hope I'm not forgetting nobody. All my training partners.
Except Extreme Couture, screw those guys, man.
I'm telling you, man. I can't believe that.
Yeah, that's messed up, man. Well, their losses are game.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, it's no hard. I feel like that made me better. You know what I'm saying? More humble and everything. You know. So whatever. I would like a fight with somebody from that camp, though, for sure. But let's see. I think that's it. You know, Corey, Sale, Wesley, Ralph. You know, just my homeboys. You know what I'm saying? Nick, all of them. So and all my ladies out there. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah,
got zero
sexual chocolate, man.
I ain't sexual yet, though. I'm working on the sexual. But I'm just chocolate. You know
you'll find it, man. You'll find your way. Well, shout out to our sponsors. We got Body Armor, we got Results RNA, Fire Team Fit, the United States Air Force.
They'll be flying over Albuquerque.
Yeah, we got the Thunderbirds.
Saturday.
We both got to listen to the
Freedom.
The Thunderbirds flying over us. This afternoon. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so they landed here in Albuquerque this afternoon, and I'll be out taking pictures of them Sunday for the show. So it'll be cool, man. If you've got nothing else going on, this is a cool show.
How long you been doing that? It's just a little quick question. Photography?
I started taking pictures of dead people at the police department. That's how. Yeah, that's how I got into photography.
Okay. That's cool.
Actually, I took some classes in high school.
You gotta get your foot in the door.
Did some little bit of college, but then I literally did do some detective work, and you do so much pictures there. It's just a different kind of. It's easy to take those pictures because those people ain't moving.
Oh yeah, you're right about that. Right.
Yeah, with like animals and kids and fighters, they're always wanting to kick and.
You get good pictures though when
I try.
Amazing pictures.
Yeah, that's what I do it for you guys. Let's post them, put them on your social media, and it's there for you guys, man. Hopefully they get some good pictures of your fight. I won't be there, but there's always a couple guys taking pictures, and just look for them.
Yeah.
Hit them up.
So good. We should be fine.
All right, man. Good to see you. Thanks, guys. Tune in next time.
Through these doors walk the greatest fighters in the world.